Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. Today is July 15th. It's Wealth Wednesday. As of right now, we have 62 participants on the line. Make sure that you reach out to your team. We don't want any ICMs left behind. It's also an important piece of the onboarding process to make sure that your new students and new ICMs are getting linked up with these morning training calls. So make sure that you are setting them up with that. So today we get to learn from Daine Clark, an amazing individual who I just really enjoy his training style, and he is just a fantastic example of a product of what that means. So listen closely to what Daine has to say, take very good notes, and implement what he trains on. So just a little bit of Daine's background. Before Renatus, Daine was working two jobs. He was working at Apple as well as a roofer, and he was a roofer. That's what his dad did, so that's what he fell into, or that's how he fell into that. And with fair skin and red hair, being in the sun all day was certainly not his cup of tea. And then with Apple, you know, we hear Daine train now, and he's very outgoing, and I just think he's so very sharp. But back when he worked at Apple, of course he was still sharp then, but he was not so outgoing. He was very shy. And so they actually had him in the back counting cell phones, not out in the front talking to people. So that I find super inspiring, just knowing that he has grown so much from being a shy person to where he is now. So at the time he was barely making ends meet, and he started to look for other opportunities, and he found Renatus. He implemented what he was learning. He plugged into the systems, listened to his mentors, and applied velocity banking to his situation, which enabled him to get into a duplex where he lived in one side, rented out the other side. Fast forward to today, now Daine has raised over $12 million from various investors for his transactions on real estate, and his secret to that is consistency and frequency. He has grown his team. He is recognized by our CEO as a key leader, and he's on the PIT team, meaning he's a President's Advisory Council member in training. So we're very fortunate to get to learn from someone like Daine. Good morning, Daine. How are you?
Good morning, Renatus Nation. Good morning, Keely. Welcome to Utah, by the way. Congratulations for being here. What brings you out? Is it Renatus stuff?
No, I'm actually here for a wedding.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Yep. I was like, wait, did I miss that there was like a live recording or something like that? But
right.
Cool.
I'm usually
well, welcome.
Renatus. Thank you.
Nice. And I can't remember if I tell you guys this, but because I like to be so energetic and you know, yell a little bit during these trainings, my whole family's inside the house sleeping, and I go sit in the toy hauler. So so welcome. Good morning from the toy hauler today. But all right, cool. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off. So if you guys are new, if you guys don't know what we like to do every single week on this call, well, if you know what to do, go ahead and start. Go ahead and start chiming in. Go ahead and chat. Yes, thank you, Keely, for kicking that off. But yeah, I'd love to know, how many people did you have a conversation with in the last 7 days? How many conversations were you able to drum up? How many people did you get to an intro? How many people did you get to a follow-up, a house tour, right? Any kind of interaction with Renatus that you were able to create with prospects, with people that are interested in getting into real estate investing, starting a business. I mean, you name it, okay? So how many people? Okay, let's give some love here. We got some people already chiming in. Let me open up the chat here. Give some love. Welcome, guys. Awesome. Cool. Keely said she had one. Good morning, Gilda, as well. Keely had one. Charles had a goose egg. If you don't know what a goose egg is, no conversations in the last 7 days. But you know what? I noticed, and I say this every week, an honest person, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And if you are honest with yourself, day in, day out, every single week, and I will report a goose egg. If I didn't have any conversations that week, I'll report it. Because if you're honest with yourself, you're honest with everybody else, people see it, people notice it. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Success is going to be attracted to you in your life, right? So thank you, Charles. Esther had 3, Gilda had 1, Lisa had 4, Jenna had 5 follow-ups, 4 guests in attendance. Great job. Autumn had 3. Sherry had a goose egg. Let's see, Sheena had 4. Ada had 3. People giving some love. I love how you guys are like congratulating each other. Sandra had 3. Amy had 3. 1 guest coming tonight. Awesome. Sandra had 3. Melissa had 1. Linda had 1 as well. Ooh, Linda, I tell you guys a story all the time. I love the story of, hey, we went to change tires at the tire store, and we didn't know what else to say other than to the lady, hey, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate investing? And she's like, oh my gosh, you guys should buy my house. And bought that house over there in Taylorsville for like 210. I think I just saw it just sold for 343 or something like that. Congratulations on that deal, right? That, I mean, this is what we're trying to create. If you just say the words investing in real estate, I don't care what you say before, I don't care what you say after, things happen, right? People will respond. And if you just sit there and watch, and you know, you say the words investing in real estate, then your work is almost, I mean, that's the hardest part. You just sit there and listen to them and just say, okay, yeah, tell me more. Really? Tell me more, right? And so Linda bought their house on subject to seller financing, and she partnered up with another guy in our community who brought some money, brought some crews, fixed up the house. I mean, it was a hoarder house. But yeah, thank you, Linda. Let's see, Lisa, improving Facebook, adding units, video. Oh yes, I want to talk a little bit about Facebook today from Super Saturday last weekend. Sandra had 1. Oh yeah, thank you. Founders webinar. Yeah, I shared a little vulnerable on the Founders webinar last Monday. We had some awesome stuff from Mark Kohler. Yeah, such a good week so far. Rick Steiner, 2 follow-ups to 1 essentials. Congratulations, brother. You're always pumping them out. Thank you. Maggie had 7. Good morning as well. Kim had 7. Aurora, 25 combos. No one-on-ones yet. 6 registered for tomorrow. Congratulations. Yeah, working it. That's how it works. Mark Kohler event. 25 confirmations for this Saturday. Awesome. 4 for Mark Kohler. Awesome. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you guys for that love. Monday, yeah, if you didn't see the Monday Founders webinar, jump on there. Mark Kohler. I shared a little bit of my story that I had never shared before, but you know, just like what Renatus really means to me, or what it really meant to me when I first got started, and it became exactly that. So it was awesome. LaShawn, 7 for Velocity Banking tonight. 7 to Mark Kohler. Great, cool. So next on the list, let's have somebody come off of mute, and I want to help. I want to give somebody some mentorship, right? Let's help somebody get some help. Whether you're new, whether you're seasoned, I don't care. But if you probably know who you are. If I love helping somebody new, like if you've never come off of mute before on a Zoom call, you know who you are, right? I want to help you. Yeah, so come off of mute, interrupt me, and let's see if I can provide some mentorship. Tell us about a situation. Tell us about an interaction you have, and just interrupt me, because I'm just talking at this point to make sure that we don't have awkward silences. But I think I have somebody off on mute though. Do I? Can I hear somebody? Is it George? Oh, I've got somebody raising their hand. Is it Bilal?
Yes. Hey, Daine.
Did I pronounce that right?
Bilal.
Like that?
Yes. Correct.
Perfect. Welcome, brother. Yeah.
Thank you.
I got a new one. Welcome. How long you been with Renatus?
2 years, about 2 years and a half.
Cool. Cool. And how can we
Yes.
help you today?
So I watched the training for the Saturday training and for the Monday training with Michael, and I watched everything. I created the group and all of that. I'm just still not sure how am I gonna bring the prospects to this group. Is it gonna be like how to get their information, how to have them like come straight to the group. If I'm talking to people, I'm kind of awkward when I start talking. My English gets messed up sometimes when I get too excited about talking about something that I like, and I start like messing up words and stuff, and it makes it sound like weird. So I feel like this is one of the reasons I didn't get luck, because I get so excited telling people, and then I'm messing up, and I'm like, oh, I don't mean it that way. It's a different way.
Okay,
So
I hear you. So
yeah.
how, in essence, so this group will be good for you then, because if you built out the same way that we showed on Saturday, if you didn't catch that training, I believe it was recorded. I heard somebody say it was recorded and it was made available very quickly. In fact, maybe Keely, you can help me. Do you know where that was recorded?
Yes.
It's on the Facebook. Okay, cool.
Yep.
And I built the group, all of it. Like I got my group built
Okay, good.
and all set up just the way you have your group set up as well.
Perfect. Oh, nice, dude. Congratulations. So if you have no idea what Balili is talking about, then go back and check that in the Facebook group, Super Saturday, last Saturday, a few days ago, and build your own private Facebook group, or you can plug into the one that we built for everybody. That one's up and running, ready to go. So Balili's question is, how am I going to get people in there, right? And the reason I say that this group will be so powerful for Balil is because, he expressed that, my English, I'm still learning. And so in essence, Balil, like you'll want to put people in there sooner than later to get them access, to get them in front of that information. And so if I may, now if I do this, if I share this with you guys, I need some buy-in, right? I need people to how do I even ask this? So when you go and start to prospect, right? You'll want to start adding yourself to other groups. You want to start adding yourself to, finding other people that relate to you. So I'm a part of, some outdoorsy groups. I'm a part of some, off-roading. I love off-road with an engine, right? So off-roading with different types of engines, trucks or side-by-sides, so mountain bikes, right?
Okay.
I'm a part of groups for, let me think, retirement stuff. I'm a part of groups for, RVs, toy haulers. I'm a part of groups. My wife it's so funny. Like there's me and my two boys that are 4 years old, 2 years old, and my wife in about a month is going to have another one. So and 3 boys. So we'll have 4 boys in our family, and then my wife. And and so she's like, dude, I'm going to be outnumbered. So my wife went and bought 6 chickens. That's what I'm getting at here. And, about 6 months ago. And so she's got all our girls. And so hence we're a part of a chicken, backyard chicken Facebook group, and just commenting and anyway, you get what you guys are picking up what I'm putting down here. So you just start adding yourself to all these groups, and you begin enjoying whatever it is that you're a part of that group, right? If people want to talk about chickens, then you talk about chickens. I don't know if you guys care about chickens. I just added it because I was like, honey, like we better learn how to make sure we keep these things alive, because I'm not doing any animal cruelty thing. We're going to learn how to, do this, but whatever. So I'm just going to use that one as my example, actually. And so we chime in on these Facebook groups. We share things that we're like, oh yeah, like this is what I like about chickens and whatever. And then other people are commenting. They're asking questions. they're like, oh yeah, here's what we did, and you're just like, that's so cool. Like, I love chickens and you know, whatever, right? And so you interact, right? Whether it's off-road, camping, I don't care, whatever. You just find a bunch of groups that you are passionate about. Okay, and so you start talking, right? You start typing in, you start commenting, you contribute as well as consume and comment, right? You don't want to just scroll through, like, you're working, right? To me, Facebook is a way to get ideas, yeah, for some of these things that I'm passionate about outside of work, outside of Renatus. But it's Facebook to me, I mean, it's work. Before I joined Renatus, I would post on Facebook, I don't know, once a year, right? That's it. And so when I go in there, when I get on Facebook, I get on Facebook to work, and I start commenting, right? And so one thing that you start doing, in fact, here, let me share my screen. Share screen. And let's go take a look. Because you want to create intrigue, right, on these Facebook groups for what you're passionate about, right? And oftentimes you can create rapport with somebody that is in this group with you a little easier than you could create rapport with just some random person, right? Because you already have something in common. And so Sandy said it best, though. You're not trying to sell anybody anything. You are looking for the lookers, okay? And so here, let's pop over to Facebook.
Okay.
Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna come over here to groups, and so you can see, like look at all these groups I'm a part of. See all. I am a part of tons of groups, right? F-150s,
Okay.
off-road, expeditions, Honda Pioneer, 101 Financial. So this was a group that they actually, it's kind of like if somebody were to take the idea of velocity banking and create a whole company around it, that's what this is. So all these people inside of this group, they call it 101 Financial, but really they're just teaching velocity banking, right? And that is their business model, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, velocity banking has been around, so there's 3,700 members in this group, right? And so I'll jump in here, and let's look at a couple of these comments. Looks like there's a lot of stuff from the admin. He's trying to sell his product. Welcome to screen. So essentially, I'm looking for comments. I'm looking for questions, right? I'm looking for people. Nope, swag. Man, this one doesn't have a ton. I don't get on this one a ton, but I want to give you guys a good example. People asking questions.
But it doesn't have to be like just real estate that we're targeting, like real estate groups.
Oh, absolutely. I would probably say that you will fish, like, let's look at this one, right? Real estate investing A to Z. There are 24,000 members, right? And there's tons of comments in here. These guys are all interested in real estate investing already, but this group, I mean, for the most part, these people probably already bought a program. This is a free group, so they didn't come here to buy a program. Like, these are the people that I would consider as bumping around on all the free stuff, right? Like, yeah, you might get somebody on here that becomes intrigued and becomes interested. Look, in fact, look what Tani's doing. Tani's in this group. Tani's working it. Tani's creating intrigue, right? And so let's look at this. So she's got, wow, awesome. How did you finance? Let's see, people tagging, awesome. People asking questions. How did you finance? We all don't have generational wealth just to buy a property or have a down payment for a property outright. I think Eloy. So, ooh, look, see, I see Renatus people in here, right? They're working it, right? And so these groups, they're probably going to be saturated. That's what I want to say. That's what I wanted to get out, is people will probably be saturated, or these groups, if it's real estate investing related, right? Because that's the first thing people think about. But if you go to your own niche stuff, so here, let me show you guys. Where's my chickens one? Let's find my chickens group. Chickens. Here we are. 63,000 members, right? And so we got chickens eating an apple here, if you guys can see this. Okay, and so I look through here, and oh, we got chickens being birthed. We got, this is funny because it's not really like my thing, but I'm a part of the group just if I ever need to look something up and help my wife. But anyway, so we got all these oh my gosh, there's a big old snake, whatever. And so I just start commenting in here, and I start, and I comment about chicken stuff, okay? And if I ever have an opportunity to say like, oh yeah, I'm learning to invest in real estate so I can pay for my chickens, right? I'm learning to invest in real estate so that I can pay for my chicken hobby. I'm learning to invest in real estate so I can get a nicer property, or so that, like I actually saw a real estate investor bust out how he traded in his mortgages to so that he could afford a nicer property or whatever, right? I'm just coming up with ideas here, but you talk about chickens, but then you drop a little thing in how real estate investing helps me do chickens better, right? Real estate investing helps me pay for chickens, helps me have time for chickens, right? Like, oh yeah, I actually started investing in real estate so that and this is funny because it's not true for me, but oh yeah, I started investing in real estate so I could spend more time with my chickens, right? Here, this is getting awkward here with these chickens here. Let's go to,
now, if people comment on it and said, oh, cool, or awesome, or that's great, or put an emoji on it, and that's it, how do you transfer that to make them become a prospect?
Yes, great question. That's where I wanted everybody's minds to go. Okay, so same thing here. I own a Ford Raptor, and I'm in this group, and I chime in, I chat, whatever, right? Same idea. Like, oh yeah, I do real estate investing so I can pay for my Raptor, right? I've done plenty of posts like that. Or like, oh, I just closed this deal, and it's going to see this guy is like, this is like my guy right here. I own a Raptor, and I own a bike that's almost that exact same color. And so like I need to connect with this guy. Be like, dude, we're like twinners, right? Just different colors. But yeah, so you get what I'm saying. Bring it in to real estate investing. So when you get somebody that's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, then what you do is you say, you make a post, and then you reply to their comment, right? And so whatever. So let's say I commented, and people are like, oh my gosh, Daine, that's so cool. Thank you for sharing, whatever. And so I would go in here, and I say, okay, cool. Look at all these people that liked my post, that where I dropped a little bit of real estate investing intrigue, but I'm talking about Raptors. I'm talking about Raptors, okay. But I dropped some real estate investing intrigue. Like, oh yeah, I'm learning to pay for this with my real estate, whatever. Okay, I would go through and chat with each one of these people that liked my post, right? And just be like, hey, I saw you liked my real estate investing, / Raptor post. I actually have a Facebook group. Here, let's actually type this out. So it's legit, right? And I'm doing this in some other places too. But yeah, so let's say, let's do this. Come in here, new, draw, text. Today is July 15, Wealth Wednesday. Whoops. All right. So let's type this out. And so somebody commented, and so I'm going to come up with a little script to, let's see, text. Okay, cool. So a little script to say, you know, to somebody who liked my post or somebody who commented on my post. So if you remember from Saturday, Sandy said add, tag, message. Okay. So first step, I'm going to add them to my real estate investing group that I just created. Okay, from the Super Saturday training, or the one that Belio just created. Okay, you're going to tag them in at least one video. Okay, and so you tag them in at least one video. And I mean, you can do this two ways, right? You can wait for the tag until they actually accept the ad, or you can just tag them if you go to this button here and you say at, you know, Balil, and you find their name like that, and so you tag them in a comment of that Facebook group. Here, let's go back to this Facebook groups, Real Estate Investors United. So here's an example Facebook group. Okay, and so I'm gonna pick one. Here, let's go to units. Actually, it'd probably be a little bit easier. Units. All right. So welcome videos. So I'm probably going to tag them in this video. Okay. And so I assume, Belil, you are in this group. If you're not, then it'll still be perfect. Yep. So 13-minute intro. And oh, look, we've already got some peeps. In here. So I'm going to say at Balil. Trinidad, is that the one?
B-I-L-A-L.
Cool.
B-I-L-A-L. No.
Balil.
Yep, the second.
And what's your last name? Second one. All right, right there. Okay. And just be like, hey man, check this video out. I mean, you could actually just copy and paste, but on what we were talking about with, I don't know, chickens. With paying for chickens. Okay, whatever. Because literally I'm coming from their space. And so I got to take them from their space to my space, not the website, but real estate investing essentially. Okay. This I learned from this guy. ... right? Whatever it is, right? And so in this intro, Michael's going over velocity banking, stuff like that. Okay. And so I learned from this guy how to trade in expensive amortized debt for daily simple average, right? Whatever. I'm just making things up here, but this would work. I would totally do this for daily simple average to save tons of money. Okay. Okay, and so I do that. I'm actually going to post this. Okay, here we go. So, okay, so I do that. I've added you to the group. I've tagged you in a post, right? And then I come back over, let's come back in here. And then I'm going to private message you, okay? And so I'm going to go to Facebook Messenger, right? So message, Facebook Messenger. Okay, and I'm gonna write up a post, right? Okay, I'm gonna write up, so I'm gonna go over here. And so I'm gonna be like, all right, Balil, let's see.
Oh, B-I-L-A-L.
Oh, I'm sorry. B-I-L-A-L, Bilal. I'm saying that wrong, aren't I? Bilal. In fact, say it for me one more time so I can make sure I get it.
Yep, that's Bilal Bastadi. That's the one right here.
Bilal. Okay, perfect. Cool. So I make a new message.
Okay.
Hey, it looks like you actually texted me back in January. I must not have seen it for some. Anyway, so I'm gonna be like, hey Bilal. Sorry, yeah, Bilal. Yeah, Bilal. Saw you commented on my post in the chicken group. Regarding how I'm learning to create more time and money to raise my awesome chickens.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever it is that we're connecting with, I say that something, you know, hey, I saw you commented, I saw you liked. Okay, so I could interchange this. I saw you liked on my post. I saw you liked my post. I saw you commented, whatever, right? They interacted to my Facebook post where I'm talking about, I'm basically merging chickens and real estate investing. And be like, let's see, I just tagged you in a video in another Facebook group where I learned all of this stuff, or where I learned, or where I'm learning, you know, either one. Let's see, where I am learning all of this stuff to help me generate that extra cash with less time. Let's see, so I just tagged you in a video in another Facebook group. Would love to talk about it. Did you get the invite and tag? Right, and I might do a little bit more intrigue. Let's see, I just tagged you in a video, another Facebook group, learning about this stuff to generate that extra time. The fella teaching, is going over. So in other words, like, you better watch this video that you're going to send. Every video you send to somebody, you better have watched it yourself, because then you can be like, oh yeah, like this is what he's going to teach. This is what he's going to share, right? You give him your favorite parts. The fella teaching is going over how he trades in amortized. You know, obviously your post needs to be around this, but you can see, like, I'm going to have posts around buying properties using other people's money. I'm going to have posts around velocity banking. I'm going to have I'm going to have posts maybe around tax strategies, right? I feel like those are my main: flipping houses, buying rentals, velocity banking, buying a house using somebody else's mortgage, right? I mean, you don't have to pick a ton of things. Most people are going to be like, really? Right? You can do that? Really? Right? So anyway, fellow teaching is going over how he trades in amortized debt for daily simple average products. Daily simple average products, and saves tons of money doing so. Okay, and then be like, we'd love to talk about, did you get the invite and tag? Okay, and so then I send this to you as my brand new prospect. Okay, and I would do that for everybody that liked, commented on my post. Okay, or, so for example, let's go back to these groups. Let's do.
So when someone
Ford
like
Raptor
my
owners.
post, I will straight up go ahead and add them to my group.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Totally. Because because they liked it. I mean, most people, like, you know, notice what, I mean, we all do this on Facebook. Scroll. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Like, ooh, right? Remember how this one caught my attention? I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is my guy, Antonio, like, this is my kind of guy. He's got a Raptor and a mountain bike, and this happens to be an mountain bike, right? Notice there's a little electric motor in this thing, right? This is my kind of guy. And so, of course, like, if this guy comments on my stuff, or if this guy likes my stuff, then heck yeah, like, I'm gonna like, me and this guy have two things in common, right? I'm in another Facebook group about just electric e-bikes, just like this one. In fact, my bike is almost that same color. And so I'd probably, like, honestly, dude, I think I want to comment on this guy's stuff anyway. Here, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. And just make it. This guy, I'm gonna do it differently though. This guy, I'm going to start off with his stuff. Be like, holy crap, dude, we're like freaking twinners, with just different colors. And I'll probably go put my bike in my truck, take a picture, and relate to him, right? So I'm going to relate to him first, and then I'm going to add him as a friend, right? So I'm going to backdoor this guy, right? Let's see where he's at. So let's see, Antonio. Let's see, how do I go to his thing here? Antonio. Oops.
Okay, now I can see how
here we
this
go.
is.
View profile.
So you basically you add them.
Okay, so
basically you add them to your personal Facebook page.
First, some of them definitely.
And
some
then
of them
you
maybe
add
not.
them to the group.
Yeah. So.
Okay. And that's for like the post, all the intrigues for like the interest, the 10 posts for and direct and one power post. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, looks like this guy. This is the only thing that this guy and I have in common, right? Is the Raptor and oh my gosh. But hey, I would definitely, oh my gosh, I would definitely be interested to see if we have Raptors, mountain bikes, and real estate investing interests in common, right? So I'm gonna add this guy as a friend. I'm gonna comment on his post. All right, so I got to go take a picture of whatever it is. You know, I gotta make him. I gotta stand out to him too, right? It's so funny. This is like dating, right? It's like dating, right? You wanna relate to these people in one way or another and find that relation, and then you just say, hey, like, if you're interested in this and I'm interested in chickens or Raptors or mountain bikes, then I bet you're interested in real estate investing too, right? And you just make that assumption that that you both probably have multiple. It looks like he's posting about mountain bike trails, checking in, stuff like that. So anyway, okay, so I hope that helps. I'm not going to add him as a friend yet, but here, I'm going to screenshot this because I'm going to come back to this after I take a little photo, whatever, and be like, holy crap, we're twinners. Okay, and so I'm going to comment, I'm going to like his post, I'm going to build that, and then I'm going to add him as a friend. And then honestly, like, I'd probably be as straightforward as be like, hey dude, it's so funny, we have two things in common. You don't happen to invest in real estate too, do you? And then I've got it.
Oh wow.
Right. Remember how you guys have all heard me say, all you have to do is say the words investing in real estate. Right? That's it. And so I just figured out a creative way to say investing in real estate. Like, holy crap, dude, we have the same truck, we have almost the same bike. you don't invest in real estate too, do you? Like that's like my third favorite passion. When it comes to trucks and bikes and whatever. Okay. So this is like the perfect example of somebody that I'm going to talk to. Okay. So again, scrolling through, I find people, oh, that's so cool. Right. Whatever. Ford Bronco debuted on Monday. Okay. So anyway, you guys get I think you guys are picking up what I'm putting down here. Okay. Ooh, that's a fake Ford Raptor. But anyway, so I hope that helps, brother.
Okay.
Is this making more sense?
A lot more
I'm
sense.
connecting with people. Now, the next thing too is if you have your Extreme Plus combo and even potentially your profits, right? Notice what my personal page has, right? I've got me and my wife. I've got a bunch of my interests. It's, it's not very busy with other distracting things, right? I want people to see my family, my passions, and that's pretty much it, right? And I post. It's funny. Remember when I said I post like once a year? I still technically post once a year. I just have my wife do it all, and so, and even this, I didn't post this. My wife did. I did buy my wife a minivan, yes. She really wanted it. But we got a real estate post. Yeah. Oh, we got a family post. We saw 2 giant rainbows. All right. Here's my mountain bike. So you can see like literally same color. All right. I've got like instant rapport with this guy. Riding my mountain bike, saw a springing right out of the ground. It was super cool. Okay. Whatever. So if I add this guy as a friend, he's going to see this stuff. He's like, holy crap. Like we do have a bunch of stuff in common. Okay. Like, oh, real estate investing. Okay. So you can see like I'm trying to do real estate investing posts, not like every other, but every like 3, every 4, 4, 5 posts. I've got something real estate investing. Okay. And a lot of these are, so yeah, some of these are my deals, but a lot of them are not. Okay. Oh, I had to dress up as Spider-Man for my kid's birthday party. I took my kids on a roller coaster ride in our house by them watching the TV. Oh, it was super fun. Oh yeah, look at that. It's okay. So in my Facebook, I've got real estate throughout. Okay, as we go, I've got real estate, more real estate. Right. And dude, you just take a selfie in front of a real estate deal. Okay. You'll notice that I don't post it. I mean, we're already in December of last year. I don't post a ton, maybe like once, twice a week, maybe, or sometimes not even, maybe every other week. But that's just my thing. I'm just not a Facebook poster as much. Okay. But super clean profile. I want them to see real estate investing early and often in my personal page. Because again, I don't do Facebook just for the heck of it. To me, it brings me no joy. It brings me no connection. Like I'd rather connect with people live. And so this is a billboard. This is a billboard for me as a real estate. Ooh, this gal right here, Emily. I just connected with her and her husband on another Facebook group. And like I've been doing this for a few, maybe like a month now. And she literally, in fact, here, let me see if I can find the post. This was just last night, right here. Oh, bam. Check this out. Okay, so here I am. I'm posting. Okay, and this gal is asking about financing and lines of credit, and I'm just like, ooh, I know a lot about lines of credit. I've taken all of the Renatus classes, and so look at this. I'm even arguing with some of these people, right? So look at this. Like, really, Riley, please forgive me if it offends you. It was not my intention. She asked for a testimonial. I gave one to her since this strategy works so well for me, right? Using velocity banking essentially, and I'm just telling stories, right? Tell my dad's story. Okay, so check this out. In this Facebook group, Emily, she says, okay, all these comments where I'm going back and forth, and I'm just like, hey, yeah, this is the best thing ever. And she goes, hey, Daine, can you like make a video on this technique, please? I've been following many of your comments, and I want to learn more about this. I have never been comfortable using a HELOC on my home, as I don't want to risk my home for an investment, but maybe if I knew how to utilize it correctly, could be a really good tool. Do you do paid Zoom calls? Like literally, she's eating out of my hand. I'm not talking about Renatus. I'm not talking about, I'm literally just in this Facebook group commenting, and somebody brought up a HELOC. And so I'm like, ooh, I like HELOCs, you know, and I start talking about HELOCs. And some people, you know, if I come back to here and we look at some other comments here, let's see, Riley, you know, he's like, oh, that makes no sense. Joel, let's see, where's Joel? Joel, Riley, right? And so in fact, I remember thinking like, I'm wasting my time with people that are doubters. But I mean, they kind of irked me, and so I gave it to them. And so I'm sitting here going back and forth. I'm telling stories. Okay, and lo and behold, Emily was watching the whole time. I didn't know that. I thought I was wasting my time just talking to these doubters and naysayers. But Emily's watching the whole time. I had no idea. And she comes back and she's like, hey, Daine, I need this. Do you have more information? Okay. And so I just messaged her. Here's my Facebook. Emily, I just messaged her late last night.
Okay.
And so we'll see where it goes. And so when I create the conversation, I'll add, tag, and message her into the Facebook group and be like, hey, here's a thing about this. Here's a video about this. I'll give her the 13-minute intro. I'll give her the full 55-minute intro inside of our Facebook group. Okay. Now, and don't forget, like this doesn't replace the one-on-one, right? I'm still going to pull up my calendar and be like, hey, let's meet on, next week. Let's meet on Monday of next week. Okay? Do you have time at noon on Monday? And let's actually sit down one-on-one. Can you finish that video before we meet on Monday? And, you know, that I tagged you in on Facebook. Would love to carry the conversation after you finish that, right? And so at that point, when I sit down with, you know, Emily and her husband, they've already watched the intro. They already know, you know, Renatus gets dropped in the intro video. $20,000, potentially $23,000 gets dropped in the intro video. And so when we meet, I'm just like, cool. Do you have any questions, right? Do you have any final questions for, you know, what's going on here? Do you like the idea? Does it make sense to you? And we just start creating this roadmap for them.
But Daine,
say like, cool, well, here's what I'm doing.
Is that intro your own personal 15-minute intro?
If I'm going to schedule a one-on-one, I'm going to have them do the long intro. I'm going to have them do the 55-minute or my own personal hour and 20-minute that is also in that Facebook group. In fact, here, let me show you guys what Skylar did for us. So if I go back to groups and Real Estate Investors United, units, welcome videos. And so we've got 13-minute intro, 55-minute intro, some stuff from Bob Snyder, some more stuff. Here's the follow-up from Michael.
Where in the world is all this?
Were you on? Where
in the world is all of this cool stuff?
Were you on Super Saturday?
No.
Last Saturday.
Watch Super Saturday.
Gotta go to Super Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the Facebook group and Elevate Renatus. Watch Super Saturday from just days ago, right? Days ago, last Saturday, and you'll see all this. Okay, so we've got this 55-minute intro right here on this Facebook group.
That's
and
the one that's
I've got all
called
these
the Deep
testimonials.
Dive? Oh my gosh. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And you'll see this is just Michael's intro, right? This is just if I come into here, this is just Michael Huggins
If we
talking,
had
doing
10
his thing.
people,
Okay.
but we're
We
not
are
going to take it all.
leveling
We're going
up
to do
as a
just
community right
two.
now.
But
So it's a shorter version of what he used to do, because I know that all the intros used to be much longer. So and I was on my own Super Saturday, so I couldn't be on your Super Saturday.
oh yeah, you're
so.
fine. I'm just teasing you.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you
okay.
guys actually had like none other than Mr. Bob Snyder, and you guys had who else was there? You guys had a really good lineup, so I don't blame you one bit.
Yeah, well, I definitely appreciate you making it available to those of us who can't be in two places at once.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So
You rock. You rock. Thanks, Daine.
oh, thank
Hey,
you guys.
Daine, what app do you use
Yes.
for your scheduling?
Oh, this one that I had here. So I'm on an iPad right now, and this is just the default calendar that comes with the iPad. Okay, and so this is just I don't know what they call it, iCal. If I had an Android, I think they call it Google Cal or something like that. But so this is just iCal that comes default with the iPhone, iPad, computer, what do they call it, MacBook, but I have connected to it my Daine at DaineClark.com calendar that is really, so Daine at DaineClark.com is really just a Gmail. So gmail.com, I was looking up some tax stuff yesterday. So if I go to gmail.com and so I use Google to sign into my Daine at DaineClark.com email because it's really Google hosted, right? And if you guys need to learn how to do that, I mean, literally just Google, Google domains like this, Google domains. Okay, and usually going to be that top one right there. And so I just went to Google domains and I went, DaineClark.com, get it. It's probably going to say it already exists. Oh, come on.
And you signed up
And you
for
can-
a Google Pay account, which is $6
A Google
a month.
Pay? I don't think so.
No,
I'm not sure what a Google Pay account is. What's a Google Pay account?
that's when you have an at DaineClark.com. You have to pay for that with Google, don't you?
Yes. Oh, I see what you mean. So yeah, so Daine Clark actor. So yeah, $12 a year. Look at that. Now I would get the privacy. I'm not sure if it says in here. Let's say I want to buy this one. Yeah. And how do I go to the next page?
Are those all you?
Oh no, these are not me. I can buy these. I can buy these for $12 a year. How do I get to the next page? Cart. Here we go. Cart. Okay, and I want privacy protection. Your contact info won't be available to public. Do that for sure. Okay, and if I want an email, I'm going to do this. Okay, so $6 a month. And so I'm like, this is cheap. $12 plus $6 a month. So 6 times 12 is what, 70? So I'm like $84 a year to run DaineClark.com email through my Gmail, or through Gmail basically, right? We all know what Gmail is. And so I can't remember why we went down this rabbit hole. Who asked me?
Because I asked you about your calendar.
Calendar. Yeah, that's how we got here. I'm like, what the? Okay, and so I just connect my DaineClark.com calendar to the Apple. Do you have an iPhone by chance? iPhone, iPad?
I do.
Or
I
are
have
you
an
Android?
iPad, yes.
Okay, so it's the default app. I connect my calendar from my Gmail calendar that is really run through DaineClark.com to that app, right? Really, really simple to do. And then it syncs. So if I make an event on Monday right here, and new event, whatever, and I make that, it's going to show up on my iPhone. It's going to show up on my computer as well, because they all like sync together. And so
Right.
I have that, I have access to this wherever, right? And so you can see I build my template week right here. If you guys have ever taken any courses on, oh shoot, we're over the hour. We gotta push this to next week. But have you ever taken any courses on, what do they call that? The success, the law of attraction calendar, right? They talk about you got to create this template week of what you're doing. You know, you got to fit all these things in here. You got to fit faith, you got to fit family, you got to fit future finances. Okay, you got to fit work, obviously. And so I build my template calendar. This is what I do every single week. Yeah, right. So you can see this. It's just recurring events every single week. This is what I'm doing, and I fill in the flexible stuff in between. So cool. Very good Wealth Wednesday today. Lots of stuff covered. Hope this was helpful for everybody. I didn't check any comments. My apologies. I'm sure people were helping people out. Oh my gosh, 38 comments. Can anybody tell me that if there was anything in here that I needed? Oh, Miguel, let me answer this for you. Do you close it, everyone, before introducing them to your local community or after? Miguel, it depends. It depends. Sometimes if it just seems like I need to give them the one-on-one attention, I will give them the one-on-one attention first. I will tell them about the community, but vice versa. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? This person needs to meet the whole community first. And so I'm just going to push them like to tonight, right? Tonight we got a community event at a house tour. Tomorrow we got a community event at a house tour. But yeah, great question. Let's see, I'm just looking for question marks here. Question marks, question marks, question marks. Cool, I think I got them all. Yeah, happy Wealth Wednesday, guys. Stay classy. I will see you all in a week. Have a good one.
Thank you, Daine. Have a good day.
Thank you, Daine.